Some breaking news to bring you concerning Harry and Meghan, and a date has been set for them to step back officially from royal duties, and that date is the 31st of March. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will officially step back from royal duties from the 31st of March, according to a spokesman for the couple. They are currently in this so-called transition period, during which the details of how it might work are being thrashed out. We have been led to believe today, although not confirmed by Buckingham Palace, that they are to lose the right to use royal in their title, Sussex Royal, their website and their Instagram account. The date has been set for it all to take place, all of those changes to come into effect, and that is the 31st of March. Let's get more on this now and bring in our royal correspondent, Rhiannon Mills. Hello, Rhiannon. So, end of March, and they're out.
That's right. So, of course, what was it? A few weeks ago now, we were told that all of the members of the royal family had come together. They'd had that meeting in Sandringham, and they had agreed that, yes, Harry and Meghan could embark on this new path, this new independent life that they wanted, away from royal duties. But there was still a number of different issues that we were still waiting for answers on. So, for example, they said back then that this would all start in spring 2020. As you said, we now have a definitive date for that. It says this will all take effect on the 31st of March. Also confirming something that they told us back then as well, that the Sussexes have agreed to an initial 12-month review to ensure that the arrangements work for all parties, basically because there's no precedent for this kind of new working model. Also, because of the fact that they are stepping away from royal duties and they'll no longer be undertaking official engagements in support of the Queen or being funded by the sovereign grant, it means they'll no longer have an office within Buckingham Palace. Last week, it was revealed that a number of members of staff were being made redundant. So it means that from the 1st of April, they'll be represented through their UK foundation team. Of course, there's still that big discussion about what exactly is this new foundation going to be called. We've been talking about that throughout the day. The fact that maybe they've been told by the Queen that they can no longer be Sussex Royal, that the Royal has to come out of their brand because they're no longer going to be working royals. A couple of other things that I think it's worth pointing out in what's quite a long email of updates that we've had. In relation to Prince Harry's honorary military titles, he is going to retain the ranks of Major, Lieutenant Commander and Squadron Leader. However, during the 12-month period, this transition period, the Duke's honorary military positions will not be used. Now, I think that was one of the things that certainly upset Prince Harry, because he wanted to be able to continue those military positions, and also does tie in with the fact that Prince Andrew also, he announced he was stepping back from public duties, but is also retaining his military positions. We also now have a time frame of the last engagements, really, that Harry and Meghan are going to carry out as working royals. They start with an engagement on the 28th of February, where Prince Harry is going to drop into a recording session alongside some Invictus Games competitors. There's then a number of other engagements, and it culminates in the 9th of March, which is the Commonwealth Service, where they will join the Queen and other members of the family for that Commonwealth Service at Westminster Abbey. So that will be the first time that we see Harry and Meghan publicly alongside other members of the family. So certainly the optics around that will be fascinating. But also they have guided within this email that, yes, while Harry and Meghan at the moment are over in Canada, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be here in the United Kingdom regularly. So there we go, some updates on Harry and Meghan's future as they transition into this new role that they have so desperately wanted.
Yeah, and given that we've got this date and these details being released today, does that mean that all of the details are thrashed out now, Rhiannon, or is there still a lot to agree?
I think for me what is fascinating is within this, yes, they talk about the spring 2020 transition taking effect on the 31st of March, but also it goes on to say there is no precedent for this new model of working and eventual financial independence. So we are still going to have that initial 12-month review to see whether this is working on both sides. Of course, a few weeks ago, we had the Queen very much saying she wanted answers on this and she wanted them fast. And then we had that statement saying, yes, we've all come to this agreement. It was then a couple of days later that Prince Harry, in front of a friendly audience at his Centre Bali charity dinner, basically made it clear that he wasn't entirely happy with how things had played out, saying he still wanted to represent the Queen, he still wanted to do that work across the Commonwealth. So I think there are still things that need to be ironed out. And of course, as I've been talking about right throughout the day, one of the big things is that Sussex royal brand. How on earth do they try and go out into the world and make money without it being seen that they are trying to draw and make money off being members of the royal family? One thing also I didn't mention earlier is it has been confirmed that while they're not going to use their HRH styles, they will still be retaining those, and they'll continue to be known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. There was a little bit of confusion when it was announced, this new kind of working partnership, this new working way forward, what exactly they were going to be known as, with a few problems with maybe a comma being in the wrong place and Meghan being styled as a divorced woman. So now the titles are being confirmed that they will still be known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But I think going forward, they will still be judged. Yes, they're not going to be working royals, but they are still members of the family. And as the Queen in all her statements has made clear, they are valued members of the family. So they will continue to be judged on that benchmark. And it was Prince Harry who, in his statement, said that he will still want to uphold the values of Her Majesty the Queen. So as we go forward, everything they do will be judged on that.
OK, Rhiannon, thank you.